Remember when God touched you and sent you out to make a difference in the world.
God is so funny and awesome.
There's new cartilage being put in your knee right now.
10 years ago, me and my friends were a bunch of renegade evangelists and supernatural ministers living in California.
This is getting aired on YouTube because this thing is getting hit.
We were reaching millions of people around the world, and the world felt like it was ours for the taking.
The devil fears us.
And while all that stuff is really interesting, I'm writing a book that's more concerned about what happened when things started to go wrong. Praying for someone who we thought definitely was going to get healed, and then she ended up dying. When a relationship totally imploded. When I went to theater school to be a light in a dark place, and realized about a year into it that my preconceived notions about what the world was were completely wrong. And there was this moment in summer 2013 where I remember sitting on this baseball diamond bench and realizing for probably the first time ever that I did not know what was going on anymore. I get the sense that there's a lot of people who are in that same place right now. They're facing confusion, doubt, disillusionment, maybe wrestling with their faith. I obviously can't help everyone, but I do think my story is useful to those who can sort of identify with it in some way. I'm writing a book for you. It's the book that I would have given to myself that summer. It's simply the story of how I navigated the most intense spiritual crisis of my life. Something that I now see was a necessary part of my faith journey, what I might call a glorious shipwreck. And that's the name of the book. Now, a little bit about the book itself. There will be a printed version, but I am more excited about the audiobook version because as a singer-songwriter, I have been writing songs throughout the past decade, which I realize now do a really good job of articulating this whole journey. So I'm going to be integrating these songs directly into the book, as well as putting in voice memos, background music, and basically whatever I can do to make it as immersive as possible. This is an adventure, and I want to take you with me. And besides, it's not my first time writing a musical about a shipwreck. So there's plenty more to say. I didn't even mention that I'm also going to be releasing a full-length album. But a lot of that stuff we'll be covering in the days and weeks ahead when I'm going to post more on social media, including things like interviews from people who are in the book. So, if you want to join me along this journey, head to my website and sign up for my newsletter. You can also connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, that sort of thing. I'll admit, this is by far the most terrifying creative project experience I've ever had. But I am where I am today because other people were willing to be vulnerable and share their stories. And I hope that sharing my story can make a difference for someone else. I hope you climb aboard.